Hello and welcome back. We're going to have a intermission, as it were. I went and did some looking, and I saw that basically we don't have a hope to go on to us how we are. So Edgar's going to have to go through and get himself a dance partner. Either you're the fighting sort, yes, and by the looks of it, one of no mean skill. My employer is in desperate need of a man of your talents, you see. He's been beset by threats from an unsavory group of thugs known as the Lemurs. Their leader demands my master part with one of his considerable wealth, or I'll just tell ya, they kill her, the Reaper. And leave the rest to your imagination. We don't intend to these churlish demands without a fight and a stout arm by our side. Would you go and ensure our survival? Your arm, perhaps? In case your opportunity to perform a good deed isn't successful enough, please be reminded that my master possesses considerable wealth. If you could aid us, come with haste to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, where we make our stand against these brutes. At least I'll be using a class I know how to use, for the most part. Because like I said, I've already leveled up Reaper once before. Okay, with that started, let me just check the recording. Okay. Actually, what the... Okay, I just thought there was something up that wasn't supposed to be up. I know what you're here. If you mean to lay a finger on my coin purse, you have to pry it from my cold, lifeless. Master, Gigilo, he's a friend. This adventure has agreed to help. We'll show the Reapers what her empty intimidations are worth. I see. My apologies, sir. Tensions have been high as of late, and I'm sure you can understand. For reasons that elude me, these lemurs have made my life a waking nightmare. Sight unseen, they have demanded I begin paying them for the luxury of my own life. Rumors abound of their origins. Some say that they are the deities of some barbaric nation. They flaunt our laws and threaten their betters with impunity. They led by a dead-eyed killer who draws her scythe at the slightest sight, refuses their payments of coin, and she takes her share of your lifeblood. Indeed, rubbish, I say. The Reapers is not but a toothless bandit. Interesting theory you have there. Care to test it? You're the Reaper? It's Grandma. You're a perceptive one, aren't you? Suppose that's how you came to be in possession of so many shiny things. And what do we have here? Hiring more help? While our ledgers remain unbalanced. You should have been trying to wriggle your way out of paying us for a job well done, would you? My, how do you keep the lie straight? You didn't tell your hired muscle here what great friends we were. So great, in fact, that you trusted none other than me and mine to put the scare into your competition. A job we were happy to do. You can't find your fortune in this fair city without stepping over a few bodies on the way. After all, but as flexible as our morals are, I'm afraid without the coin to bend them, we only have one recourse, unless... one does wonder how you found yourself with a bodyguard of such uncommon metal. Not a nose of fear in that gaze, and not a mote of puffed-up arrogance either. This lad, my dear Jagura, is the genuine oracle. He has what we in the mercenary trade call the killer instinct. How's this? For the sake of our long-standing friendship, I'll make it simple. Allow me to take this adventure off your hand, and your debts are repaid. Hold on, I'm just going to be turning off my phone. Also, the reason why Pandora hasn't been bugging me so often is because I have a bag of candy next to me, and she's playing with the bag. What? That's all? I believe this is what them in your trade call a bargain. As for you, Avenger, it seems you've been made a free agent. But if you're still inclined to put those instincts of yours to use, come and visit our headquarters in Pearl Lane. The door's open. Boss told me you're coming in. Boss, the guest of honor has arrived. And the savior of El Amigo and Doma deigns to appear before me. I've heard all about you. It's hard not to in this line of work. The stories paint you as a ferocity incarnate, a force of nature few have survived. Peace, friend. I have no desire to put the killer to the proof personally. I don't have a death wish. You can call me Drusilla. I'm a Reaper, one of many, and the leader of this little family here. As to why I invite you into our home, there's a job I'd like you to take care of for me. Now don't you worry that virtuous heart of yours, eh? I won't ask you to do so much as bend the law. This job is purely for the benefit of your fellow man. All you have to do is kill one for me. Though perhaps kill aren't the right word, seeing as he's already dead. Not the gentle dead man. I'm not by chasing after ghosts either. If that's your worry, just avoid scent using some poor sap's body as a vessel to unleash its singular brand of wickedness upon the world. It won't be an easy task. The evil driving this monster is black as the void and near as deep. Countless souls have succumbed to its hunger. Worthy prey for one inclined to heroics, don't you think? You can't face it as you are, though, stored as your strengths, maybe, I'll need to train you in techniques that let you pierce the void and slaughter its kin. She got a marble in her head. Don't see many Guardians in Ul'dah, do you? Let alone ones as savage as this. Save your startled gasps. I'm not out of surprises yet. Hold your hand over that crystal here. If you're made of the stuff I think you are, then you're in for a treat. That's it. I knew you had what it takes. This be an avatar, a manifestation of your essence and the surging powers of the void sent on the other side. A void sent to which, if you so choose, you will bind to yourself. You gain skills unlike anything you've ever known. Skills that allowed people like me to operate in the shadows and kill those who need killing since time immemorial. And your first assignment, should you walk this path, is to use the power of the one void sent against another for the betterment of the realm. The reward will be wisdom of countless generations of Guardian assassins. But if siding with my kind makes your stomach churn, then if that's what you having one foot in the void makes you shriveled. If you're concerned for the sanity, you've still turn your virtue and piss off. However, if you're none of the extra objections, you don't mind walking the knife stitch with life and death, then you have the tools to see your justice done and done right every time. Edgar couldn't follow you, to be honest, and I don't think he's even paying attention. This is the choice you must make, and soon. Every moment our quarry stalks the land is another opportunity for it to do harm. I take it you're come to a decision, am I right? There'll be no turning away once you've chosen mind you. You'll dance with death and return as its envoy, and you won't return, or you won't return at all. So what it'll be? Good thing Edgar can dance. I will suffer not suffer this voice sent to threaten the innocent. I will dance. Edgar's been training this up for all his life. Very good, then let us not waste time. Take this crystal and attest to both worlds that you walk as a reaper. Bind yourself to the void and claim the strength that the weak of heart shun. Through the avatar at your side, does the void sent bring its power to bear, feeding upon the souls of the fiends you cut down in return. Not a bad argument, eh? But I'm not sure you tire of words, since the traditional weapons of our order. Let's see how it looks strapped to your back. That reminds me, I got dailies to do on my personal one still. Okay. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I shall be back. So will Edgar. There's our soul gauge, can be filled by executing certain weapon skills, or by defeating enemies and inflicted with death sign with sufficient soul stored in the gauge. You can execute actions such as Bloodstalk, Grim Swath, or Gluttony. Okay. Actually. Yeah, there. Yeah, what do we got? True North. Modify souls action directions requirements. There. Fair enough, I must knock back and drawback effects. Whirl of Death, Nightmare Scythe. Well, before we continue, the market board. We are looking for I know these aren't good deals, but I don't care. There we go. The reason why I don't care is because I'm saving up my tombstones for when we get to level 80. There we go. Okay, now let's get the gear set. Get these out of the way. That's AoE. These two go with cost. That's a defense. Increase. Combos with Spinning Scythe. Do we have Spinning Scythe? World of Death. As I Edgar ease into until I ease Edgar into it, I'll probably just keep it like that for now. How do you find the weight of the scythe in your hands? Pleasing, I hope. Now that we have a bit more in common, it's time we become better acquainted. What's the name of our newest reaper? Edgar, Doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but so it is with Eorzean names. With every new one I learned, one more is forgotten. You can replace Gigilo. After one little conversation, I think he'll give us a wide berth. Any road. We've more worthwhile concerns than shifty merchants. Namely, getting you conversed well and proper in the tricks of our trade. And the best way to do that is through battle. One is the family is having trouble with a persistently vexing fiend, and has sent word asking for assistance. He goes by the name of Arngis, and he's stationed out near Cutter's Cry. Not much of a fighter, but he's got a keen mind for trade, and can find a needle in a stack of needles, if need be. We best hurry before he ends up at the bottom of some monster's gullet. I know what, I was dumb. Yeah, they don't even... Let me get back to doing this. It's like, I know something's not right with my hot bar. Speaking of something that's not right with the hot bar. Yeah, that might explain it. Okay. We have Slice, attack of 30. There was an attack of potency of 140. Shadow of Death. Let's just see if we can find anything that combos with waxing Slice. Okay, next let's get with spinning. Which then combos with Nightmare. Deal unexpected damage with a potency of 300. I never use guillotine. Oh, know what I forgot? There. No, I don't want that one. I want mounts. And then we need items. There. I think that's everything. There. Edgar, say hello to Aegis. It's not his real name, of course. He's a Garlean, as we come, but I say he's makes passable Highlander in the current light, in the correct light. Masusis, are you sure we should be getting an outsider involved? Thank you for your discretion, Argus, but it isn't needed. But he has a personal contract with me, so consider him a mercenary in service to the family. Whatever you say in front of me, you can say in front of him. By your will, boss, a chimera has been making these sands a living hell for anyone who dares to wander into its territory, which be us, since our trade route cuts right through it. The men I've hired to carry my goods are scared to death, and I can't blame them. None of us are fit for monster hunting, so I sent for you. We'll see what we can do. Arcus might want to find a rock to hide behind, though. Chimeras aren't known for being the most discrimination of beasts. Time to put your new skills to use, Edgar. We did! We went and did that already. Yeah. let's get on this hunt. We'll draw out the Chimera with Pyramid Meat. Now, to custom yourself to the Reaper's tools, harvest the souls of the fallen and call forth your avatar. The best Reaper fights in tandem with their avatar. Let's see how you do. Once we use gallows, I forgot. Oh no, we did use gallows. What do they want us to do? Use guillotine. Bloody impressive work, that. I know there were something about you, but truth be told, I didn't expect you to make such clean work of that Chimera. I reckon even I might be hard-pressed to match that display. You know talent when you see it, boss, and with that, the cerulean will flow once more. Among his main roles, Arctis is a merchant of sorts. He sells cerulean at a price that makes those gill pinchers at Amolja and Sons balk, but still turn a pretty profit. We can barely keep up with demand, despite the occasional beast or two butting into our affairs. All thanks to you, boss, and our countrymen up north, of course. Here to getting back to business as usual. Cerulean ain't easy to come by, and as you will know, Amolja and Sons protects their monopoly with a gilded fist, but they yet to force the Imperial stragglers up north out of the market. Now, before you go running off to the flames, let me assure you that this arrangement is entirely above board. Selling goods to Imperials is forbidden by law, but there's nary a word about buying from them. Lady, Edgar's a sergeant in the fists. In the flames. I know you Eorzeans like to call Garleans by all sorts of powerful names, bastards, tyrants, invaders, and we've got all of those and worse. But while many a foul deed has been committed by the glory of the Empire, we aren't megalomaniacs to a man. Even amongst the purebloods, those that serve don't always do so by choice. Could be argued we all casualties of the great Mechana's ambition. No small number of the Empire's troops would return home in the heartbeat if they could, but that would, being what it is, most settle for sending their families what few coins they can afford to part with. Most Azorians wouldn't suffer a whit of color to replace their black and white view, but if you're going to fight with us, you should learn the truth of our past. Long ago, long before the Empire, our four bearers lived in Locus Amenos, down in southern Elzabard. With temperate climates and fertile earth the land provided, many of us were but simple farmers harvesting abundant crops with the self-same scythes the reapers would eventually wield. But gifts are often the object of envy. When not tilled the fields, our ancestors were forced to defend them. Every year they yielded a little more elm, and some 800 years ago, now they were driven from Locus Amonis completely. They fled north to the frozen region that would become Garlemald. Even there, they fought tooth and nail for the scant resources of that frigid land. From the fires of hardship were the first magic devices forged, and with innovation upon innovation, that humbled group of farmers grew into an insatiable empire. But before that miraculous twist of fate, we were a dying breed, benefit not only of magic, but of hope itself. With no natural advantages to speak of, our mere survival was in question. From harsh necessities were the reapers born. We turned our tools to weapons and struck a bargain with the whispers in the dark, which devoids power. We could strike at an army's beating heart, slay their generals, throw the ranks, and file into disarray. Our way is to end battles before the spark catches, to sacrifice the one for the many, to keep avarice hand away from family, friend, and lovers. And now this power belongs to you. Remember our story. Remember what drives a man to turn to the void, and you'll not be let upon distempered, deeper temptation. Our work here is done. I'll see you back at headquarters. Oh, back to the headquarters. For your first outing, you did good. I think you've earned the right to know just who's this lot you've thrown yourself in with is. You might have gathered this yourself, but the lemurs were formed to support the Guardians who are living in exile. It ain't easy to be far from home, let alone in a place where most would sooner gut you than offer a helping hand. Off the only place to make a living is in the shadowy corners that lie outside of the watchful gaze of the law. Now, I don't expect you to embrace us like brothers and sisters straight away, but know this, I do expect you to apply yourself to the job. In the meantime, I will be working with the family to ascertain the whereabouts of our prey. I expect this life to be like an extension of your own body when next we speak. And with that, that'll be the end here. I'll see you back in Kogane.